What's going on, everybody? This is Justin, the Flipping Accountant. Thank you for tuning in today. Today I've got another video for you showing different things that I sold on Amazon today. I sold 11 items merchant fulfilled that I'm going to show you, and I'll tell you where I bought them, what I paid for them, how much they sold for, what the profit was, and whether or not it was worth buying or not. So these items that I'm going to be showing you I sold were merchant fulfilled, meaning that I sold them and then I have to personally ship them and take care of them and make sure that it reaches the customer. And if it doesn't, then I have to deal with the return or dealing with insurance, stuff like that, as opposed to doing FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon. But because of the current restrictions, only certain categories of items can be sent in right now. So other items I'm going to be doing merchant fulfilled. So I've got 11 items I'm going to share with you today, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the listing right up here. When I talk about an item, I'm going to show you the price that it sold for. I'm going to tell you what it cost to ship, and then what the profit was, the breakdown was. And sometimes the numbers on the screen might not exactly line up with what I'm saying, but that's because on some items I charge shipping, so the listing that'll pop up here won't show the shipping, but some items I did charge shipping and other items I just do free shipping. That's in an effort to try to show people that, you know, items don't always have free shipping, and that's kind of to remind them that, you know, shipping isn't free, and we don't want people to think that they're being price gouged if they're paying $20 for an item when they're normally used to paying, you know, 15 or 16, but, you know, shipping does have a cost, plus you have shipping material, shipping expenses, and all that kind of stuff too. So anyways, just keep that in mind. So if I say something's 15, but it shows 20 or 10, that's probably why. So anyway, so the 11 items I'm going to show today. First item here is beard cream that I bought from CVS while it was on clearance. This sold for $9.92. Amazon fees and then shipping cost was $3, so I made a whopping $2.12 profit on these. The profit's not huge, but because a lot of other people jumped on the listing since I bought them, the price came down, and it's not a big deal. It's an easy sell, so still made $2. Next item is Maybelline Better Skin here. This is a concealer. Makeup has been selling really well for me lately. Hair dye has been selling really well. I like selling items like this because they're small, they're easy to ship. You just throw them in a poly bag and put them in a bubble mailer and you're good to go. So this sold for $15.99. Shipping was $2.78 and I paid $3 a piece for these. And I'm all out of these. These were a pretty good seller for me. I think I had about 20 of these that I bought from a liquidation store, and they've been selling consistently for a while, and now they're all gone. So gonna have to look for some more makeup because makeup is doing really well. Next item is Darth Vader clapper, which I know I have shown in my other video, but this was the last one that I had to sell. And because of the size, this won't ship first class. That'll have to be priority mail and put into a box like this, but it's already been weighed. And that sold for $28.95, and the Amazon fees were $4.34. Shipping, actually, I got down a little bit on this one because I was able to fit it into a smaller box. The last ones that I used a little bit bigger box, so apparently I need to use smaller boxes from now on, but the shipping was $5.27 on that, and I paid $11 a piece for a profit of $8.34 on the Darth Vader clapper. So these next couple listings, I'll put these up here, were these surprise mini brands, mini balls. And these were actually returns that I had got around Christmas time, because I sold these around Christmas time in Q4. And around that time, these were a hot commodity. These were flying off the shelves. People couldn't find them. Everybody wanted them. This was one of those hot BOLO items that once you knew about it, I mean, you could just put them in your cart and list them, and they would just sell before you'd even check out at the store. So these were returned. So, I mean, I've sold hundreds of these, but these are just the last few that I had in my death pile that I've been working through. So the first listing here is just for one surprise mini ball, sold for $13.47. Shipping was $3.18, and then I believe the cost was about $6 a piece. So I made $2.27 on this. Not a huge profit, but like I said, this was in my death pile, so you know it's already been paid for. All that stuff. The next listing was 3 of these, which actually worked out better in my favor because the shipping was still cheap to ship out 3 of them. So 3 of them sold for $40.41. Shipping cost was only $5.54. Had about $6 a piece into them, so ended up with $10 profit on the 3 right here. So I'm not buying these anymore because you know the price has come down significantly since I was selling them back in Q4. And you know, there's other stuff that's worth buying that I get better returns on, because right now it's $6 to make 2, which is 30%, 33%. It's not a bad return on investment, but there are other things that I can make more money on. So I'm just kind of skipping these for right now. You can still find these. I mean, they're still a hot seller. I listed these and they sold the same day. So if you want to, you can pick these up. If not, just look for some other stuff. The next item was Sleep Chocolate. This was Good Day Chocolates supplements, 80 pieces. These sold for $26.98. Amazon fees were $4. Shipping was $5.57, and I believe they cost me $4. So I made $13 profit on 1 bottle of chewy gummy chocolate things. Never had them, but seems kind of interesting. I think it's kind of a neat idea. Let's see, the next thing that sold was the Pacifica nail polish, and this was purchased at Earth Fair when they were doing the closeout stuff, and when I bought some makeup from there. So this sold for $17.49, $3 to ship it, and then it only cost me about $2.50. So I'm gonna end up making about $9.37, so almost $10 on one little thing of nail polish right here. And then to ship it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it in bubble wrap just to kind of give it some extra protection. So wrap it in bubble wrap and then put it into a poly bag here. And because it's a liquid, we want to make sure it arrives there safely and doesn't break or leak or anything. So now it's in a poly bag. I'm going to seal that up and put that inside of a poly mailer. And just giving it extra protection, that way it gets to the customer in one piece, it's not leaking. We're trying to keep the customer happy. Not everybody does this kind of stuff, but it's just one extra little step or 2 extra little steps to make sure that they get it and the customers are happy. So to me, it's worth it. Let's see, the next thing that sold was another beard cream here, Cremo beard cream. So made another whopping $2 on that. I'm sorry, $3 on that. Next little thing that sold was a puzzle, and I don't know what this says. I don't know what this is about, but I do know that I bought it at a thrift store for $1. A lot of people are sitting at home right now with nothing else to do, so puzzles, board games, video games, anything that people can use to help to keep themselves entertained these days, I would highly recommend listing if you have it, or if you have the chance to go out and you're not violating quarantine or anything like that, look for small puzzles, look for toys, stuff like this. It sells really well. So I listed this and I believe it sold the same day. So this sold for $14.85. Amazon fees were $2.23. I paid $3.31 in shipping and I had $1 into it. So I'm gonna make $8 profit on this right here. Let's see. The next thing was face primer. This was Mineral Fusion. This was another thing that I got from Earth Fair. Like I said, makeup is selling well. Primers, blushes, eyeliners, hair dye, just any of that kind of stuff is selling really well right now. So that sold for $19.99. Shipping cost was $2.84. I had about $3 into it, so I'll make $11 profit on this right here. This is another thing that what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this into a poly bag just for an extra layer of protection. So just put that into a poly bag. It has a suffocation warning on it, and wrap that up, seal it, and then put it into a bubble mailer, and we are good to go. Last item is another video game. Burnout Paradise for PS4. I believe I showed this in my last video as well. This was the last one. This sold for $24.99. Shipping cost was $2.78, and I paid $4 at Walmart, so I made about $14 profit on this game here. Video games always sell well, especially right now. You know, people have nothing else to do. This is new and sealed, but I also do sell used video games on Amazon and eBay. Used video games are, you know, definitely worth looking into as well if you're at a thrift store, or if you're just kind of cleaning out your collection. You can sell, you know, older video games. People still collect them. People still love them. Just make sure that when you're listing an old video game, or if you're sourcing at a thrift store or garage sale, that you actually open up the case and make sure that the right game is in there, because you don't want to buy a game and then get it home and then realize it's the wrong thing. Also, make sure you check the condition to make sure that the game is in good condition as well. So that's everything for today for my Amazon listings here. So kind of overall, I paid 56 bucks for all this stuff here, and profit is about $92.50. So about 160% ROI. You know, almost 200%, almost doubling my money on this stuff. I'm pretty happy with that. An extra 90 bucks, you know, goes a long way, especially right now when things are, you know, things are getting tight. But yeah, so that's it. So that's the stuff for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know. You know, leave a comment, like, subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, I'll do more like this, or, you know, we can make some other videos. If you have any other ideas, I'm always open. But yeah, that's about it for today. So thanks again for watching, and my name is Justin, the Flipping Accountant, and we'll talk to you soon.